Hey everybody, it's Lori. I'm here to share with you my latest journal. And this one here, I am suffering from the winter gloomy weather, and I decided I wanted to make something with a little pop of color and make me think of spring and summer. So I decided to make up this little fairy journal. And this one is using the Ivy Shutters Fairy Dust printables. That is most of the pages, most of the, designer pages in there are from that kit. There are also several blank pages in there that I have done some dyeing of, and a little bit of stamping, some pockets and tuck spots, and some tags. So I will just go ahead and get started here. It is approximately, the pages inside are approximately 5 by 7 in size, and the cover is just a little bit bigger than that. It is a fabric cover, and I did it to create kind of that raggedy effect on the edges, because I really like that a lot, with kind of some loose threads and some fraying around all the edges. This fabric here is a piece of a upholstery remnant that I had picked up at Joann's. My Joann's is in the process of moving, and they are getting rid of a lot of their, like offcuts from upholstery and stuff. So they have a whole bunch of them for like $1 a piece, and they're the perfect size for these little journals. It's a I can't talk this morning. It's a single signature journal. It has about, I think, 40 or 42 pages in there, so 80 sides. Let's see here. I did some stitching around, all the way around the edges here. And on the cover here, I have some pink cheesecloth down that I stitched down, and a page actually that's from the printables that I stitched down, and I've got a little pocket here on the front with a couple of journal cards. One is stuck in there, doesn't want to come out. And these are actually little journal tags from one of the Prima kits. And I have a little dangle here on the front that is just a pretty little cluster of flowers and gems and a little dragonfly hanging on a garment pin. And now the closure is some dyed seam binding that I did, and I just have it threaded through some eyelets that I set in the front and in the back, and I'm just tying it in a bow. All right, let me get going here on flipping. And then I've got this fabric on the inside. I just thought this was so colorful and pretty. Totally makes me think of summer. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and the blank pages actually, some of them I started with tea dyeing, and then I also went over them again with like a color dye. It's a fabric dye that I used. Some of the pages I did some stitching on where there are some tuck spots and some trims on the edges of the pages, and like I said, I did some stamping in there too. So all of these tucks and tags here are from the printables, the Fairy Dust printables. And I stitched around each one of the tags and backed them also with some of the dyed paper, so they were a little bit sturdier. And then I've got each one of them topped with a little piece of trim. Oh, I've got a little bit of tracing paper in there too. There is quite a bit of writing space in this journal, actually. I'm pretty sure you could actually write on every single one of the pages. Even the ones that are have the graphics on them, because the way I created the kit was to leave some space actually for writing. And then I've got just little pieces of trim and different ribbons and stuff on some of the edges. This is a sheet of vellum, and I did not print this pattern on here. It came like this. As you can see, some of the pages on the back of the designs have the journal line pages with a little faint watermark in the back of an image that you can very easily write over the top of. Another piece of tracing paper that I colored. Here's the center of the signature, and I just have a couple little beads dangling on there. And here is an envelope that comes with the printables. Oops, I'm tangled here. And I think I do have a tag in there. And this is just a little tag that I made from a scrap piece of paper that I had in my stash. I have a whole drawer full of just like little scraps that I cut up into tag size. And I just have a little paper clip here with some sari silk ribbon and some beads on a garment pin. This is some really pretty vintage trim that I had in my stash. Isn't she sweet? I love that little stamp. And then the last page here, I have another envelope here. That's part of the printables. And I think I have a little tag in here too. Yep, little tag that I made out of some of my scrap pieces of paper. And then another paper clip here with some sari silk ribbon and another little dangle on there. And that's it. That's my little colorful journal. So I hope you guys like it, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch. And I will catch you guys later.